Hello and welcome to the You Me We Therapy channel. I'm Jackie and we are going through mood cards by Andrea Hahn. These are tangible counselling tools, things that I use in some sessions and a lot of other therapists use that. I'm going to bring some of the things that I've enjoyed, and then I would like to try different things actually. So if anybody has any recommendations of things that have helped them express themselves, feel free to leave it in the comment. I've used things, or I've had sessions where the facilitator of the session or the trainer, because I could have done a training, was used buttons, I've used sand, paint, modeling, clay, a lot of different things to help express a person. Art therapy obviously is a huge influence in the therapy world. Art therapy is a big thing. People, that's a tangible way of putting something onto something, or using your hands or your mind, your imagination to express yourself emotionally. So let's go through the rest of these cards. We've been going through some of the cards. We've got kind of about halfway now. We've got more emotions to explore. I'll just give them a quick shuffle. I'm just randomly getting them. Though I use the word randomly. Is anything random? Are feelings and emotions random? They can feel random, but actually they are generally always connected to something. They tell a story. They tell a story about an individual. They tell a story about future hopes and desires, past hurts, present situations, and they can throw people off, or sometimes people can find it hard to tap into emotions. So they can be elusive. They can be something you like to feel, you don't feel it very long, and it's gone again, just like slips through your fingers. Somebody could experience something like that with joy. They find something that makes them happy. They have it, and then it just slips away. What's happened? And now they're in a sad position. So it's interesting to find out, how did they get from there to there? Sometimes doing a timeline can help. That's something I've used before, and that's something I might go into here with tangible counselling tools, how to facilitate and structure a timeline where you can draw a beginning and to where you are presently on a bit of paper and work out, how did you get there, you know? So let's lay these out. Like I said, emotions tell a story, so that's the story. How did you get there? Let's go for the ones that I've got on the top here that I can see straight away. How are you all doing today, lovely viewers? If you like this content, please hit the like button, share it with somebody, and subscribe if you've not already. What it will do is it will help build my algorithm. I've got so much stuff I'd like to bring for you. So you've really joined this channel at its very earliest stages. It's like a tiny baby. It's growing. We've got, sorry. I know what I did was wrong and I'm sorry. Right, so right there and then, it's showing that sorry is indicated to accountability. So it says, I know what I did. So there's a level of, yeah, I know. Yeah, that's really important when it comes to sorries. Ask yourself, how do you feel when you get things wrong? Because how somebody might feel could really influence whether they say sorry or not. But generally, the idea of sorry is supposed to be a release, it's supposed to be a cathartic thing and a genuine thing and a healing thing. Do you communicate your thoughts and feelings? Right. Communicating your thoughts and feelings can prevent sorries, because what it can do is this communication. So, yeah. What does your conscience tell you? So your conscience plays a part with sorry, because what sorry can be linked to are feelings like guilt, shame, worry, confusion. So it's important to know what it is actually telling you, your conscience. So affirmation: I don't always get things right, but I'm willing to look at myself and learn. Yeah, and that's all it takes. That's beautiful, because that's all we all need to do, look at ourselves and learn, because we get things wrong all the time. It's what makes us human. Guilt. Oh, and I mentioned guilt. It's like it wants to string along to its friends. Sorry. My conscience is getting to me. Oh, right. This is what guilt's about. Let's see. Ask yourself, what do you feel guilty about? Yeah, these are questions that you can kind of probe, do a little self-exploration, dig. What's happening there? How does it sit with your own morals and values? Right, so guilt is connected to one's own morals and one's own values. So if they're in conflict, I could imagine it could bring a trouble with guilt. That's why you would feel guilty. How could you have done things differently? What can you learn from this? Yeah, so there's an opportunity to do things differently another time with guilt. Guilt isn't the be all and end all and then necessarily an ending for something. Sometimes it's a chance to reflect. All right, if it were to happen again, what would I do differently? Affirmations. I can do my best to be kind and loving. I will learn from the past to create a more peaceful future for myself. So we're suggesting here with the word peaceful that guilt actually interrupts one's peace because the affirmation is guiding somebody towards peace. So these two could also possibly sit at opposite ends of a spectrum, guilt at one end, peace at the other end, you know? Right, we've got here anxious. Anxious can happen with all of these emotions. You notice sorry, guilt, it can certainly make one feel anxious. And they're all similar colours. I said they're colour coded, do you remember? These are all kind of like orangey, browny yellows. On edge, what's happening? Right, not knowing what's happening. And they're on edge. This says, ask yourself, what are the specific thoughts you are having? Write them down. So when anxious, writing things down is a useful method. Number 2, how much do you believe your thoughts? Is there evidence to support your beliefs? Now, this is really crucial because with thoughts, anxiety causes someone to overthink. So the thought machine's like churned up. It's really going, it's really going, it's really going. Some of those thoughts are going to be probably things that are very much aligned with facts and truths, and some of them are just going to be perceptions, ideas, opinions, possibilities, things that aren't actually known to be known. It's going to have a lot of unknown thoughts that just at the end of the thought, when you think of it, the answer is, I don't know. So you're just left hanging with not knowing, right? So those things will affect how it's affecting that person. So that's why it's asking you, what do you believe? How much do you believe your thoughts? Can they be believed? And is there evidence to support your belief? So once you have a belief, where's the evidence? Do they match? Do they match? Number 3, are there other options or possibilities? So it's asking one to be open-minded when anxious, because anxiety takes you down a stream of thinking that's worrying. The conclusion's worrying. Is there a possibility that the conclusion could be something less worrying? Yeah. Affirmation. I trust my inner voice to guide me towards peaceful thoughts. I welcome calm and harmony to dwell inside me. Again, this is mentioning peace, and guilt was mentioning peace. So I'd imagine guilt really can bring on anxiety, you know? Or if one's feeling anxious, could it be because they feel guilt, you know? And that what they are is sorry. So they can all link up. And it can all be done the other way as well. There's so many different ways emotions can flip and be reversed and stuff like that. So yes, thank you for joining me. I hope you found this content useful. Hope you learned something different today. And please like and share it.